Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're doing another episode in our legendary Lizardmen campaign with Mazdamundi. So special thanks to everybody that sponsored to help make this campaign possible. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Happy to set that up for you. Alright, let's go ahead and get down here. We can't hit this in one turn, so we're just going to pop onto our property here and replenish a little bit. Now we can't hire any skinks. It's debatable. Maybe we should have kept the thing around a couple of turns to hire some skinks, but I think we can beat this Swamp Town even without the skinks. Now, they just got a bigger upgrade there, so it's going to be a little spicier because we did get rid of some of our units. I think it's definitely a good idea I held on to the Temple Guard because they just got an upgrade to that town to get a bigger garrison, but anyways, we'll see if we can make it here. Remember, we're basically going to get rid of a lot of these units that we have right now in order to facilitate the primeval glory. Okay, and then we're going to go for money. We see money, money, money everywhere. Maximum money at all times. Okay, let's see if...
Asur Princess, you may approach and make your request. Absurd.
Eventually, they'll give us 300 gold, so I'm just going to keep checking in with them, see how they feel about it. Okay, we don't want to do any of these rights yet. And that's all good, working on that. Okay, and then next turn we'll fight Swamp Town. Now, if you recall from the first episode, we're basically just trying to save up and play around the Primeval Glory, which we can hire for 7,500 gold. The army that comes out's like 5,000 gold a turn or something like that upkeep, so we're going to have to get rid of a lot of them. But I want to get full value out of the army before I delete it, and so Skeggy's going to come down here with a 20 stack, probably around turn like 6 or 7, and take out Port Reaver. In my experience, that's what they tend to do. And when they do that, then we should be able to hire that army, come down there and fight them. And then with whatever's left of that army, then we move that over to Mazdamundi and keep as much of it as we can, because it's like level 9 or like rank 9 really high tier units. So we want to keep those if we can. They're just going to be very expensive. Okay, so rumors are false. We'll let Empire fight each other. It's fine. It says they're in shambles because they've all kind of like confederated with each other over here. That's what the turn buster does. I don't know if I mentioned that last time, but basically if you look at the mod, there's like a circle around you that's like the reasonable amount of area you might explore in the first 100 turns. And then anything outside of that, they just go ahead and get rid of a lot of the minor factions just to make the end turn a lot faster. Because those factions are either going to be destroyed or confederated by the time you get there anyways. And they're not very important lore-wise or anything like that. So they just get rid of a lot of the kind of the filler factions with this turn timer buster. And I think it's definitely worth it because we may not even go over... We're probably not even going to go over here, honestly. It just takes way too long.
What is your demand?
I refuse.
Okay, let's go ahead and get in here. I think we're going to go with the magic again because we don't have that much missile damage. Let's fight him. This garrison's going to be a bit tougher than the last one, but we are also leveled up a little bit more, although we're going in the blue tree, so it's not going to help that much, aside from Burning Head, but let's go ahead and fight him. I think we'll put this in there, and then I'm going to have him on his own sort of wavelength here, and I'm just going to have the Bastillodon try to just run around and kite the Empire archers. Okay.
Tensor Q.
Halberds, halberds, halberds. Kill those. Anything that's a spear or a halberd.
Tensor Q. Chorus. Mazdamundi. Doctorcas. Zuritsa.
We're gonna hit some of our own procs here, but that's fine. Procs have a lot of armor. It's not gonna do that much damage to them. Sorry, boys. Barely scratched him. Oh, the curveball though. It curved right into them. It does tend to curve a little bit as it goes. We didn't even need to bring the Bastillodon over here. Chase it down, boys. I have the like don't chase, but we probably need to chase because they're gonna rally most likely. Put the harmonic convergence on these guys so that they do a lot of much higher chance of doing a lot of damage. Yeah, they rally back. Whoa, what are you doing, bro? Come on, chase them. Make sure they don't rally. These guys are about to rally back. These guys very easily clump up and get in each other's way, so you gotta keep an eye on them. Oh, I forgot. It actually fires. It has little dudes that fire on top, doesn't it? I saw it fire. Yeah, these little dudes fire a little bit on them. I don't know how much ammo they have. I just saw like a couple of poison darts flying at them. all gonna die, so... do we need to heal anything? Yeah. Could use some more magic in there, too. He does get a ton of, like, value out of cheap spells. Let me just make sure these crocs are healed up. Getting the cooldown on this to, like, 10 would be pretty phenomenal, also. I mean, it's not going to matter too much. We're not going to have to fight, like, immediately right after. But, okay. But we are going to try to occupy a couple of towns that are deserted, which is going to cost some money. Okay, so now I believe we can get rid of the Temple Guard. They actually did do some pretty good damage that fight, for sure. The Burning Head just completely wrecked them, though. As it tends to do. Against, you know, lightly armored infantry. Like, we could sack and occupy, but it's just going to tear up your port. I mean, the main reason you would do that is you would get extra replenishment, 15% replenishment to do that, but it would cost, you know, probably 600, 800 gold to repair the port, which I don't think is worth right now. Money, money, money. This is Rite of Ferocity. It's okay, but I don't want to spend money on that. We got all of our recruitment we need right here, whenever we're ready. That will also allow us to do this quest, probably, when we have all the dinos, if we time that correctly. If we can be level 6 with all the dinos, then we can do the quest, maybe, before we have to delete them. We'll see. We may not get enough fights in to do that before we have to get rid of them, but that would be nice. The 15% AoE missile resist for everybody and the 10 melee attack would be very nice. Even the flame resist wouldn't be terrible because, you know, some of my own units are sometimes going to get hit by Burning Head, so... Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of these. Just disable a little cash. Because I don't think we're going to fight another major battle. Until we do the Primeval Glory. Okay, we just saw Sotek. They're a little scared of us because we're great power, but... Who are their enemies? Clan Fester. Okay, so when we start killing some of the Skaven, then they'll probably like us a little bit more. Let's see. Kalendor doesn't like us.
You called? What do you seek from the Asur, traveler?
Alright. Yes, sure, we'll have some beastmen. Now, I think we just dash over here. We don't need the replenishment. I need to get over there ASAP. Because that jungle takes a lot out of you. You'd think they could move like pretty well through the jungle as lizardmen, but it does slow them down quite a bit. I don't know if the Shrine of Sotek has Skaven or not. I guess you can look and see what the corruption level is. It says there's no corruption. So I think that means there's no Skaven. Little trick you can do there. Can't see the corruption level on these areas, I don't think. I don't think I can see it, right? I think I can only see one here because I actually own a property. Vampiric corruption, okay. So it's hard for me to tell if this place is corrupt or not. We do need to take them out too at some point.
Fallen deckhands.
I think we have a pretty good matchup against them. I don't know. They have a lot of ranged units, but they're like anti-large, the polearm guys. I don't think they get those to like tier 4. But I don't know. It's been a while since I fought against Vampire Coast, honestly. With most factions, you don't have to fight them. Okay. Tier 2. What do we want here? Could get the grows. So we can either get Tabulate of Spawning or Tabulate of Crafts. It'd be nice to get some kind of technology going. Okay, it's not that great. We're not going to be hiring those either. Okay, so neither one of those. Not super impressive.
You must die.
That does not pay for itself very quickly. We might... I guess we can start that and then cancel it if we need to. This seems pretty easy for just a little bit of extra growth. The thing about the public order is I don't care about that until I can stabilize. If I can't stabilize the public order, then it doesn't matter. Now, it's not showing any Skaven... Oh, yeah, there is Skaven corruption there, actually. That's not really worth at this point. Okay, so we'll grab Tabulate of Skinks, and then is this worth... No. So we'll start the gold. We'll see how it goes. If we need to get rid of it, we can. Yeah, it's only 1,000 to build that. And then I think we just hold off on just keep an open slot. I mean, I guess we could go ahead and upgrade the money one. It would pay for itself in 20 turns, 23 turns. We get 1 golden chest. So that's like an extra, I don't know, 20 gold or something. So that would bump it up to like, I don't know, around 250. So it'd be like 100 extra gold. Ish. If we sell that 1 golden idol. That would pay for itself in 18 turns. I just don't think I want that right now. Like, this pays for itself in 150, 2 chests, it's like 200. You know, that pays for itself in like 14 turns. That's a little more reasonable. We might even have to delete that. I mean, the money's going to be really tight. Like, it's no joke. Okay, I think it's fine. Let's make sure no one else wants
Lady
to
of Ulthorn, if it's
sling
true
us a
that you
little
can
cash
indeed
here.
talk Saurus, then do so. Unlikely.
Okay. I know a lot of people sometimes are like, why don't you upgrade all of your buildings immediately? Like, people say that. Why don't you go tier 3 on everything? It's like, because money matters on Legendary. Money matters a lot. And you got to ask yourself, hey, this will pay for itself in like 20 turns in the early game, especially. Is it worth it? Or would I rather have something that's going to give me more power right now so that I can go and win more fights and gain even more property? Or just like not die? Those Skaven are not going to be able to siege my capital. So, and even if they did, I could summon the army and kill them. So I'm not that worried about that. Rat hunt for battle masters could be cool, but I'll do that later. Okay, wait, we barely make it here in time. So, you know, the 20 turns for me, it's like I would rather spend that time and money like colonizing, you know, building up tier 1 stuff. Like, a lot of this is not cheap. Military presence 2. They are not scared of my military. This guy gets leadership, melee attack, defense, and weapon strength off of levels. That's pretty good scaling. Whereas some other things like, I guess he's getting some missile damage too. There were some units I was looking at that just did not look like they were getting a lot of damage. Maybe the dinos. Yeah, like he doesn't get extra missile damage off of levels. All he gets is melee attack, defense, leadership. How's he getting that armor? I don't know. Anyways. Okay, I guess we get tabular spawning, so there's nothing else to get. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Like it's alright. Just don't want to go out of your way for it. Okay. So just, you know, once again, summoning the squad is going to be 7,500 up front just to even summon the things. And then after that, now we can get rid of we can get rid of like up to 1,500 here, so we can start affording quite a bit if we want to. I don't remember if I checked this or not.
At your service. If it's true that you can indeed talk Saurus, then do so. I agree.
See? They gave us 300 right there. That's why you gotta ask. If you have green relations with people, then they will eventually give you some kind of cash, typically. They have this geometric web mechanic, which I didn't really use that much in the base game. But if you build a bunch of these like spires, which are kind of expensive, then it gives your provincial edicts more power. But it's not really that useful in the base game. But in this game, it does give you some other perks too. It gives you like movement speed, so you can run around your province faster. I think it gives you like research rate, and I think it's cheaper.
Your prestige grows, my lord. News of your conquests spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant of kings and bestial lords.
Damn right, they better be scared. Okay. I have a feeling these clowns are about to come at me. Also, I'm going to get a rebellion here in 2 turns, so... We probably just want to dash over here just so we get the replenishment. So we bring that public order down a little bit too. Or bring it up rather. Okay, so these guys are probably going to take Port Reavers soon. So who do I want to upgrade? I think upgrading the Swamp Town is probably worth. We can always delete in a few turns if we need to. But upgrading is probably worth it. Excuse me. I think you get more public order. Yeah, you get a little bit of public order and growth every time you upgrade, and like a small amount of money. But we can get clay pots, which are really good. If we get some more trade partners. Okay, the lookouts actually do allow us to hire skinks, which is really nice. And that's not gonna... oh, wow, we get walls at... that's interesting. We get walls at tier 2. And we can hire skinks off of it. That's pretty damn strong. What kind of garrison? So 6 garrison. So 11 units as a garrison. It's not bad. Usually you have to go to tier 3 to get walls. I think they changed that with some factions though, but... Stone Marker allows us to get Tablet of War, which is pretty good. Campaign movement range research, so it's not really that great overall. But it does give us... this Tablet of War, which is pretty good for the campaign movement range. Eventually, so. Anyways, alright, got that moved in. I guess we'll go ahead, you know, upgrading Swamp Town. Cal, we can upgrade that soon. How are we doing on trade? Are we actually selling our stuff or not? Yeah, elves are buying it. I can't remember if we looked this turn or not. Let's look one more time. Sorry if I already did it. Couldn't remember.
I'm waiting.
I know we got
Welcome.
300 gold from that.
What would you have this?
Okay, so it's just about go time here. Waiting for Skeggy to roll up, thinking that they're all badass in the club. And then we lay the chomp down on them. Sometimes they just dash in here too. They'd use like all of their movement to dash to like right here, from what I remember, which means they can't retreat. They're just gonna see my dinky little army here and be like, oh yeah, we can go. I may not even have to lose Port Reaver. If they dash, then they can't run. So we might just be able to summon that Primeval Gory and just roll up on them immediately. Alright, so they are not taking the bait yet. Kind of, you know, I kind of wish I greeted out and just ran down here to, you know, claim this last town, but if they ran up here, I guess with the Primeval Gory, I could have killed him anyways, but there would have been a rebellion probably this turn if I wasn't here, so that might, if they don't come down right away, that might force me to use the Primeval early to stop the rebellion, which would obviously be pretty bad. Okay, I think this is the best income. The marble slabs are worth 10 each, that's 200. And it lowers the cost of all other buildings in the region, so I think we want that. Don't want to upgrade this yet. Pop out. Can't hire any skinks right now, but we'll pop out on this side, I guess. Why are we getting all this corruption here? What is causing that?
You must come.
Characters and building commandments. Oh, the Norsca. Okay, so Norsca's got some garbage going on over here. Okay, I was like, who causes chaos? Dark elves in here? No, okay, it's Norsca. Alright, so we're just gonna... I could actually do this stance. Just to get vision of everybody. See what they're up to, or I could just do this and get extra replenishment. I think I want to do this, though. Can I even... How close are we on rebellion here? 2 turns. Yeah, I think we'll go for this, so I can kind of see what they're up to. You don't see it now, but next turn, we'll get vision of what they're doing. Okay.
It's at the Starshuno, Ankami, Zarau Siksanga. Chimnikar.
There we go. Working I could sling him a little cash. I don't want to use a lot of money, but getting some more diplomacy with them would obviously be really good. They're really weak right now. Of course, so am I, on paper. 600's a lot. If it was going to be like 300 or something, might take a look at it.
Asur Princess, welcome cold blood to the court.
Alright, let's see if these clowns want to step up this turn. Come on, boys. Come get it. Doesn't that Port Reaver look juicy? Okay, there's the Astromancy, so we see a lot of stuff here. Dash on down here. I don't have anything. They're not dashing, but they're here. They're coming for it. They can't set the trap yet. Huh. I'd rather have defense. I think I win long fights with all my magic and stuff like that. What do you think about that, though? So, if I go for the defense, that's going to make me weaker to missile. This missile doesn't care about melee defense, and they're going to have a lot of missiles. They're going to have, like, javelins and the horse dudes, like, just hammering away on me. So if I have more melee attack and less defense, I still just think I want the defense. Okay. I haven't seen that option before.
Master of cruelty.
So they've got quite a bit of stuff.
Favored of the Witch King.
Bad plan scheme.
Well, this dude's gonna be annoying.
No.
So he's probably gonna take out Port Reaver next turn. We're gonna get a rebellion on at least one front and possibly 2 fronts over the next couple of turns, which is gonna be annoying.
Los Yumar.
You're a pretender.
Okay, so I think we just go for this. Get a little more replenishment. We could actually sit in the town. I'm not sure what's going to give me more. It's still going to cause public order issues. I think I get more on the outside. And I save money and upkeep by doing that. Yeah. Okay, so they'll probably go for Port Reaver here. Yeah, it's going to be a rebellion.
You may approach. The Asur bid you welcome.
All right. There's a rebellion. It's a Skaven rebellion, actually, which is kind of cool. I think it's one of the easier ones to deal with, hopefully. It's going to grow a little bit. It's not going to be great for business, but it actually does give us 20 more public order to work with, though, if we do allow it to grow. Alright. Now, I hope they just occupy it. In the past, they've just occupied it. Okay, so they opted for like a super marauder heavy build. Now these guys have a lot of armor piercing though. So they don't have as many horse guys or javelins, which is actually really good for us. Actually, they do have 4 javelins, so it's going to be a little spooky, but I think that Burning Head will annihilate a lot of these guys. Now, hopefully they just occupy. If they sack, it's going to be annoying. Occupy? They sack and then occupy? Okay, good. They sacked and then occupied. Okay. That's a little bit more annoying because now I'm going to have to repair the port, but that might also have caused more public order problems. Servants of the Hound. Okay. Income from sacking. I don't think I'm going to sack settlements. So I think we just recover the plaque. Yeah, we'll take the cash money here. Okay. Is that from sacking? Yeah, provincial instability. God, that's so annoying because they sacked it before they occupied it. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of rebellions here for a while, which is going to be frustrating to deal with. But either way, we should be able to melt these guys. I don't think... Oh, they... What? The last time they did this, they did not get a garrison on the first turn. Okay, well, it's going to be a bit harder than I was expecting. But, okay. Let's call it in. Oh, hey, what's up, y'all? This is a slightly different... So it seems like you kind of get a random composition. I think I only got 4 ancient salamanders last time. Or 2. Now I've got 4. Yeah, I had, I think I had 2 feral carnosaurs and 4 stegodons. So this is actually a little bit better than what I got last time. So yeah, I mean, this is the best ride in the game, I'm pretty sure. And it usually costs 15,000 gold and has a 50 turn cooldown for a reason. Okay, so do we attack with Mazdamundi first? I think we attack with Mazdamundi and then have these guys reinforced. Because I want him to get most of the experience. So, and I want to get the channeling. We can actually do channeling with this guy, I think, too. Or we can... Yeah, we don't have any missile damage. They nerfed this. It's missile damage now. I think it used to be... The Battle March used to be... like, more melee attack. But yeah, we have... Actually, we do have quite a lot of missile damage with the Salamander. So maybe we do just keep the missile damage. Okay. So we'll go down here like this. It'll be a tough fight. Because they get that garrison. It's tougher than I was expecting. And they're full health? What? A turn 1 garrison with just a port. That's all they have. Just the town and the port. 10 units. Including Marauder champions. Like, what? That's insane. What does my port give? Look at the difference in these ports. The same thing, tier 1 with a port. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units, including like some garbage skinks, mostly garbage skinks. This guy's getting tier 3 Marauder champions. 10 units. I mean, I know Norsca like are supposed to be like raiding and pillaging coastlines and stuff, but they got it turn 1 full health. Basically the end of their turn. They have not even started a fresh turn with Port Reaver yet. They got it at the end of last turn. Anyways, alright, well, we should still be able to slam them, I think. But it's certainly going to be harder than than my initial, because the time when I tested this, they did not get the garrison, and they did not sack it. They just occupied it straight up, so it didn't cause as much public order issues. But it's just one of the cool things about this game is it's a little different every time you play it. How much of those these are we trading? 30%. So not as good. We were trading all of the gold stuff, but I mean the thing is Tyrannic's only gonna have like so much gold because they just have 1 settlement, probably, maybe 2 settlements. So the richer the settlement is, like the more properties they have, the more of the stuff, the trade stuff they'll take from you. He's in range. What? He's standing right there. He should have been in range. Okay, we'll definitely put him in range here. There we go. Now, I could auto-resolve it, but we're going to fight it manually. It's going to be a pretty wild fight. We're going to lose a lot of stuff, but at the same time, we've got to get rid of a lot of stuff, so we're negative 3,500 right now. So we would like to try to keep the Salamanders, Carnosaurs, and the Bastillodons if we can. The other stuff is kind of whatever. Stegodons in particular, those I'm definitely going to delete those, but the only thing I care about over here, the Croxagores are like... I like my Croxagores. But if it comes down to it, we can get rid of the Croxagore. These are definitely going. And like the Bastillodon, the unranked Bastillodon is probably going to... We can afford to lose him also, but whatever, let's go ahead and fight it. So this is kind of the ace up your sleeve when you've got Mazdamundi, right? It's like, okay, you have like pretty terrible stuff for the early game as far as Lord perks and all that stuff, but it's just that one little line there, minus 50% right cost, that just is like, oh, okay. Okay. I've had the Lizardmen summon this on me before when I was like pretty early game. When I was the Vampire Coast with Silostra. We barely beat it, but it's because they had no magic damage. And we had a bunch of phantoms. The Sirens. Okay, so this is going to be some like kind of insane micro going on here to try to keep up with all this. They're coming in hot. I'm just gonna frontline all of these. Dogs are creeping up over there.
Choctaw, Reta Kusor, Sorda Sula,
Hola, skis.
Gather, boys. What the hell? Alright, let's go. Okay, those salamanders didn't get the message, so... they're in skirmish mode. Where are these ancient salamanders? Yeah, fire on these boys here. What the?
Quasoras.
Yeah, we got him. Yeah, these little dudes are like all right, but on paper they seem okay. But it's like really like these Carnosaurs are nice. Like these dudes are putting in some work too. They are a siege attacker now. I don't know if they can attack towers or not. They can attack doors. If they can attack towers, it'd be fantastic, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Well, they're all basically dead here. How much did Mazdamundi kill? 419. Not as much as you would think with the fire. I mean, he basically just roasted all of them right here, so it's still alive. How much do these crocs kill? Crocs putting in some good work. Veteran battle there. Yeah, they got neutralized. Burning Head is just really good early game. If you just have like some big beef units you can throw out there. Just imagine Krotgar gives out 20 extra armor to all of the large beasts and like 10 extra leadership. Krotgar is just so good with the large beasts. Mazdamundi does come into his own, though. You know, like, being able... Like, you can't summon that right early on with Krotgar. I mean, I guess you could, but 15,000 is a... It's a big difference from 7,500 in the early game. As you can see, we're negative 3,500, though, so we can't keep all of it. We're probably going to get to keep, like, maybe 10 units. And that's even with the 25% discount that we get that only lasts for 15 turns. So that's why I'm saying, like, we need to go rampage everything we can and get in the blue tree to get our own 25% discount. Okay, so we're just going to occupy here. It's level 5, and as soon as I level up one more, I should be able to go do that quest battle. I think. Okay, so we can hand off a bunch of stuff to him. Then we're going to have to come over here, kill this. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it next turn or not. But we want to kill that. Okay, so we can get the Eldritch Energy if we want. Probably not worth it yet. I think we just need to go for Lightning Strike. Or Geomantic Sustenance, rather. And then Feared and Renowned. Okay, so what are we getting rid of? We're definitely getting rid of these. Now we need to hand off a bunch of this stuff too. So let's hand off... Let's hand it off, then we can get rid of him. Now, is it worth having the... I think we get rid of all of these. They're pretty bad on sieges. They're okay in fights, but they aren't very expensive. But, you know, when it comes down to it, would I rather have 3 of these or an extra Bastiladon or an extra, like, Salamander Hunting Pack? I think the answer is I need to get rid of those. They go berserk too easily. I mean, like, their charge is okay. They are cheap, but okay. So we can leave those here. We'll delete that. So we definitely want these. I think we get rid of the Stegodons too. I didn't see how much damage those did. Those are all right. But priority, I want the Carnosaurs. Even though they're expensive, they are still, like, very, very good. Because they're so fast is a big part of it. And they just tear up any lord that's on a mount or anything like that. They're just going to destroy them. Okay, I think that would give us like 500 more gold. If we get rid of these two, that would give us 800. That'd be like 1,300 off. We might have to get rid of like this Bastillodon. Might have to get rid of the Crocs. I don't know. I really love these Crocs though. Such great front line. But all right. So this will get 1,500. And if we get rid of him, don't forget every extra ward that you have adds 7% onto. This is the blessing I was talking about. On like your normal ward, you can get minus 20% upkeep on most of your beasts, and extra leadership for them as well. Like that combined. That 20% discount combined with the 20% discount that you get off of Krotgar on especially the see Ripperdactyl. Oh, they changed it. Okay, so it's not for the riders anymore. The cold ones. I think this used to also include cold ones. Oh, it is cold ones, yeah. So you get 40% off of cold ones with that, and then if you have this over here, like Feared and Renowned and the Sustenance, you can get like 64% off. Like, you can get those things. I think with Krotgar one time I had them there like 80 gold each or something for like the tier 3 gold ones. They're not amazing units. They're okay, but at that cheap, it was just kind of nutty. So this is why I think that, you know, we may not get that many of the Slan mages. We'll see, but these guys are just so good. Primarily because of this right here, the 20% upkeep on all of your beasts is just really OP. And then the Carnosaur mount is so good. And I don't think most Slan mages get a mount. I think it's only Mazdamundi that gets Slack. But we'll see. We'll hire them. We'll take a look. You know, if the magic buffs that they have are really insane, then maybe we'll keep them. But if they're not like just absolutely insane, we might have to get rid of them. Because we can still put a little skink priest with heavens that has the chain lightning. Is pretty much all you need. Just chain lightning and like midnight wind. That's all you need magic wise, pretty much. So we'll see. But for now, we'll go ahead and get rid of him. Okay, 700. That is doable. So now we've got our 17 stack huge dinosaur army. We just wrecked Skeggy. Now we're probably gonna have to come over here and kill these guys before we finish them off. So they're gonna have another army over here most likely, which is gonna be annoying to deal with, but we can probably do that next episode, and then we can do the quest battle when we pop 6. I believe we'll be able to do the quest battle for Mazdamundi to get this thing. It shouldn't be that hard of a quest battle. I haven't done it, but we'll see. And then we're just going to take a loss for a few turns here until we get the quest battle. We're going to have to come down here and deal with this rebellion too, which is annoying. I think if there's a rebellion, then it should get rid of provincial instability. But maybe that's just me. I mean, I guess we could just...
Against council orders.
Can we beeline for Skeggy? Okay, so it'd take, what? 1 if we dash, 2 to kill it, 3, 4 turns to come back. Then this is going to be a 20 stack. Can they take Hexawaddle? Maybe they can, because all we've got are Temple Guards and like Saurus Warriors. Lizardmen don't have anything like any super like beef up your town type of stuff here. It might be because this is like the faction capital, so it's already beefed up. I don't know. We'll think about it. Okay, so we've got all that done.
Sar Dianawin. It's a Quitax Lostria.
Okay, so they like us a little bit more now that we're like super strong.
Simnirugalt. Zotek Silly.
Asur
People are more likely to
welcome
confederate
cold
with you
blood
if
to
you're
the
really
court of the
strong, but they're
Asur.
also scared of you. Great power. Great power is based on your properties, though, not your army strength. But the army strength determines, or helps determine confederation. So if you're a very strong faction, they're more likely to confederate with you. Okay. So that's going to be it for this episode. We'll think about it during this intern, what we want to do. How scared are we of Skeggy if they have a 20 stack? Okay, someone just burned some Dark Elves over there. How scared are we if they get another 20 stack and we have to fight the 20 stack plus their garrison? That's going to probably be like 15 at this point. It'd be like 35 units. I mean, we just smashed them right there, but we had more units. Like, we just deleted some of our units. Now, not that many, but still, it's something, you know? Because we're not going to be getting much stronger right now. We will, well, the stuff we're going to get is the cost reduction stuff on Mazdamundi. We will get that banner.
Why should I spare you?
Yeah, right, bruh. Kill 500 enemies in battle, and then we get, ooh, a Blessed Stegodon. Okay. Because remember that, like, that's a lot of rating.
Not enough watchstone.
Curses!
Okay, so we can hit them this turn if we want to. Remember, we're getting 25% off of these, too. So we have to, like, race through the blue tree so that we can even have the same amount off, discount-wise. Okay, we'll figure it out next time. I believe we are going to have to come over here and kill all of these guys first, and then mess with Skeggy afterwards, because the Cow Peaks would definitely fall. Wait, why? Is that a thing? It's got 13 units. Ugh. I really want to clean them out, but at the same time, like, this could potentially get spooky, especially with if these guys roll up with like 2 more 20 stacks or something and kill me. So we can come over here, kill this.
Foolish thing. No.
Kill this. Kill this. Is it still
No. Blame
provincial
you.
instability? Oh, it does actually get rid of provincial instability. Okay, nice. So I think we can stabilize this stuff. After we kill this, we can put in a public order building, I believe, and maybe stall this out for a little bit. We need to get this up here to Tabula to Monuments anyways, so... Okay, we'll do that next episode, though. So, anyways, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely going to get spicy from here on out, so stay tuned. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Check out the rest of the campaigns on the channel if you enjoy this one. If there's a campaign that you have in mind that you'd like to see, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. We can probably set that up. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.